Have you ever wanted to build your own AI voice agent, the kind that actually talks, listens, and feels alive? In this video, I will show you exactly how to create your first voice assistant in VAPI. There's no coding required, and it's going to take less than 10 minutes. You might have seen all those gurus online on TikTok, YouTube, Instagram, all the platforms that you can imagine saying, "Oh, I built a voice AI agent and I sold it for like $4,000, $5,000, and I also charge a monthly retainer." That's all bullshit. I'm going to show you how to build such a voice agent in like 5 or 10 minutes. So first, what you need to do is you need to go to VAPI.ai. So VAPI is one of the AI platforms which gives you the opportunity to create different voice agents. And I've experimented with different voice platforms, and I think VAPI is the most user-friendly one, and it's very easy and intuitive to set up your first voice agent. So once you go to VAPI.ai, what you need to do is you need to sign up if you don't have an account with VAPI yet. So it's completely free to sign up, and you also get $10 credits, and you can use those credits to basically create some voice agents, experiment, and then if you want to use some of the voice agents for your own business or for your own purposes, then you can always top up. So they have pay as you go plans, so you can basically put as much money as you need, and then you can take it from there. Once you have signed up to VAPI and you've logged into your account, you will be presented with your dashboard. So from here, you can see an overview of all the metrics. So the number of calls in the last month, and then how much you've spent, the average cost, the average duration of the calls, and so on. And on the left hand side, you've got your menu. So we will be looking at the build menu on the left. So you can see that it contains a bunch of options. And so we're going to focus on assistants and then the voice library. So first, what we're going to look at is the voice library, which gives you many different voices that you can choose from. So once you open the voice library, then you will see a lot of different voices. So basically, there's different voice providers that you can choose from. So VAPI has their own basically list of voices, and then there's like 5 other voice providers. So you can choose any provider that you like, but you need to bear in mind that each voice provider might have different costs for the different voices. So for example, 11 Labs, it has a cost of 4 cents per minute for each of the voices that you might want to use. And then, for example, if you select VAPI as the voice provider, then you can see that their voices come at a 2 cent cost. So you see each of the voices is like 2 cents. And also the delay in basically replying is like 250 milliseconds. This is also something that you might take into consideration, because the smaller this number is, the faster your voice agent is going to be. So in this case, it's 250 milliseconds delay. And then if we go back to 11 Labs, you will see that most of their voices come at 400 milliseconds delay. And what is cool about this is that there is a small play button to each of the voices. And once you click on it, then you will hear how the voice actually sounds. And let's just play some of the voices and then select someone.
During new employee onboarding, managers should stick close.
So you can see that this is Willem, and he's supposed to be used for training purposes. So let's check Charlotte.
I felt like a kid standing in the world's greatest video arcade, without any quarters, unable to do anything but walk around.
So this is how you choose a voice and how you basically get a preview of each of the voices. And then based on that, you can decide which voice you want to go with. So we're back to our dashboard, and then from here what you need to do is you need to go to assistants, and this is where all the magic happens. This is where you have all the options for creating a new voice assistant. So once you have opened assistants from the menu, then you will see that there is a big green button just here which says create assistant. So what you need to do is you need to click on this button, and in this menu, you will see that basically it's giving you the option to enter assistant's name. And then there's some predefined templates which you can choose from. So in this case, we're just going to use the blank template. And then we can say that our assistant's name will be Tech Shop Support. So I'm going to basically create an assistant for a tech shop, and then you'll see what information and how to actually set it up in the next 2 or 3 minutes. So once you have entered the assistant's name, what you need to do is you need to click Create Assistant. Our tech shop support assistant has been successfully created. And here on the right hand side, you can see all the different configurations that you can play with. So by default, it uses VAPI as voice provider, then it uses DeepGram for transcribing the voice into text. And then as an AI, it uses GPT-4o. Then it uses VAPI for text to speech. And finally, it says that this is a web voice agent. So you can modify all of the configurations that you see on the screen. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to change the OpenAI model. So instead of GPT-4o, we're going to use 4o mini. And that's because it is faster and it's also cheaper. So in here you can see basically all the different models and some specifications about each of the models. So I'm going to choose GPT-4o mini. And after this, you can basically choose the first message mode if the assistant needs to speak first, or if the assistant needs to wait for the user to say something, and so on. So this is going to be our first message. Hello, this is Jessica from TechFix IT Repairs. And then what you need to do is you need to enter the system prompt. So this tells the AI how to drive the conversation, what questions to ask, what to do during the conversation, and so on. So I've created this text file where I've basically written the system prompt. And let me just copy this and paste it in here so you can see how it looks. So basically in here, what we're saying is you're a friendly virtual assistant for a small business called TechFix IT Repairs. Greet callers warmly, ask how you can help, and provide polite responses. Keep replies short and conversational. Use the information below as a reference when providing responses. And here you can see that I've added some specific business information about this TechFix IT repairs shop. So we've got the business name, location, hours, phone, email, website, and then all the different services. So you can update this information based on your needs and requirements. So after this, if you scroll down a little bit, you will see that there is a parameter called temperature, and you need to set the temperature to 0 if you don't want the assistant to hallucinate. So the higher this value is, the more the assistant or the AI is going to hallucinate. What this means is if you set the temperature to 1 or more than 1, then it's going to come up with any kind of answers which are not going to be based on the information that you've provided in this system prompt. So depending on the assistant that you're creating, you need to be careful with this. Okay, so next what you need to do is you need to configure the voice. And if you expand this section, then you will see that the default provider is VAPI and the voice is Aliot. So we can keep this as it is. And I think that that's pretty much most of the configurations that you need to tweak for your first AI voice assistant. So just to recap, you need to tweak the model section. So you need to set the model to GPT-4o mini. Then you need to enter a first message, provide a system prompt, tweak the temperature, and then configure the voice. So this is VAPI, and then we're using Aliot. So once you're done setting up all the different configuration parameters for your AI voice assistant, what you need to do is you need to click on this button, which is Publish Assistant. I clicked on it just a moment ago. That's why it's currently grayed out. But in your case, it should be like in green color, and you need to click on it and then click next 2 times. And then this is going to save the configurations. So now you see that our AI model is GPT-4o mini. So it means that the configuration was saved successfully. And in here, you can see the cost based on the configurations that we have provided so far. And you also see the latency. So the latency is just an estimation. What this means is when you say something to the voice agent, then it takes around 840 milliseconds for the AI voice agent to reply back to you. And last but not least, what we need to do is we need to test our voice agent. It's very easy to test it. What you need to do is you just need to click on this button, which is Talk to Assistant, and this is going to start a call with your AI voice agent. So let's go ahead and do this now.
Hello, this is Elliot from TechFix IT Repairs. How can I assist you today?
Hi, I'm calling with regards to your shop. So I would like to know what are your working hours?
Hi there. Our hours are Monday to Friday from 9 a.m. to 6 p.m., Saturdays from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m., and we're closed on Sundays. How else can I help you today?
Yeah, so I'm just interested in your services because I'm not sure if you basically provide any smartphone repairs.
Absolutely. We do offer smartphone repairs, including screen replacements, battery changes, and port repairs. Is there a specific issue you're experiencing with your phone?
As you can see, this was our first conversation with our AI voice agent. And you can also see that there is a call transcript which you can refer to. So this is all information that was basically said during the call. I hope you found this video useful, and if you did, hit the like button and also subscribe to the channel. If you want to integrate this voice agent onto your website, or if you want to link it to a phone number, you can also do that. And I'm going to add 2 videos as links on the screen. So the first one is going to show you how to basically add this voice agent to your website. And the second video is going to show you how you can link this voice agent to your phone number. If you need any further assistance with setting up your voice agent, you can join my school community. The link should be down below in the description. It's completely free to join and you don't need to pay anything. Thank you very much for your time and see you in the next video.